responsible for a violent rampage through the streets of Baton Rouge that left an innocent little boy dead and several families on edge. But as the 9 News investigators have learned, this is far from that man's first round of violence. This one man, Kendrick Miles, tied to 4 separate crimes overnight. Baton Rouge police say he unleashed raw terror all across the capital city.
All incidents involving one suspect.
Chief Murphy Paul says the man kidnapped a 9-year-old family member off of Bluebonnet around 8 o'clock last night. Not long after that, he barged into this home on Osceola Street and shot a man in the hand. Police say his one-man rampage was brought to an end after an hours-long standoff with officers, but not before he got into a gunfight with another family member at this home on Snipe Street, then opened fire on this home on West Upland, shooting and killing a 2-year-old identified as Azariah Thomas.
Beautiful soul. And, when we're out there and we're trying to find comforting words, it's hard.
The city's top cop appealing to everyone to stop the violence and just be better, saying someone, somewhere, had the information to stop this before it started.
And the story begins to be the same. It's the same story. Somebody, somewhere in that person's inner circle.
Hello, my Cha-Cha Time listeners. You're here on Cha-Cha Time in the News here on YouTube. Now, before I get into this story, I would like for you to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, hit like, and then share. Now, this is such a sad story. And when I sing this, I literally just had to pause for a moment. And the fact that you heard in the news story that no one is saying anything because certain communities, people feel like snitches get stitches, so or you're rat when you tell things. But we're talking about a child here. A 2-year-old child has been killed by another deranged person. So to me, this whole quiet thing, no. So if you live in Louisiana area in this particular community and you were there at that time of this situation, please go to your local police department and tell what you know, and you can remain anonymous, okay? You can simply remain anonymous because we want all details. They do have the suspect, but anything else that could help with this case, please do not hold back, okay? So it was reported in the news that a child had been killed in the Louisiana area. It says Chief Murphy Paul Police announced that one man is connected to the violent rampage that took place over 4 locations and resulted in the death of a 2-year-old child. The announcement was made during Friday, a press conference at the Baton Rouge Police Headquarters. Chief Paul explained the timeline of the events, which started shortly after 8 p.m. on Thursday, October the 15th. Detectives were called to the first shooting incident, which happened on 3637 Osceola Street. A man was reportedly shot and had a non-life-threatening injury. The victim told police he was shot by a family member, Kendrick Miles, 41. At the time, Baton Rouge police were investigating the shooting incident. The East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office was investigating the reported kidnapping of a 9-year-old child on Bluebonnet Boulevard that happened around 9 p.m. The child is reportedly a family member of Miles. Shortly after, police were called to a home on 6095 West Upland Ave, where an individual identified as Miles allegedly fired multiple rounds into a home. This, which resulted in the death of 2-year-old child Azariah, because that name is in the Bible. Azariah Thomas was struck and was taken to the hospital. Chief Paul confirmed Friday the child later died. This is so sad, okay? This just breaks my heart. Anytime it deals with a child, anything in the news about a child, it breaks my heart, okay? And I'm pretty sure it breaks other hearts. But this is such a sad situation. The final incident happened at a home on 1431 Snipe Street. There, a male family member was reportedly shot and injured. Miles and the 9-year-old child were located inside the home after an hour's long standoff with police. It ended just before 3 a.m. Friday morning. That was a long time, y'all. The child was unharmed and returned to his family. So thank God the 9-year-old child has been returned to his family. He is doing great. But we have to keep Azariah family lifted up in prayer. Miles was taken into custody and is being charged with first-degree murder, 6 counts of attempted first-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, 3 counts of illegal use of a weapon, 3 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted certain felonies, home invasion, and being a fugitive from Baton Rouge Fire Department for an arson investigation, and the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office is charging him with kidnapping. So, yeah, I'm so glad they have this deranged killer off the streets of Louisiana, okay? Obviously, I don't know what was going on in this man's life, but for him to have this series of events going on all in one day, and the standoff that they had till 3 o'clock, but I can only imagine what the people that was going through, and the people that live in the community as well. So I'm going to keep that community lifted up in prayer, and little Azariah family lifted up in prayer, because he was an innocent bystander. Look, my heart breaks, and I really want to burst, but my heart breaks because that is the type of thing that I pray about constantly, is that seen and that unseen danger. Nobody seen that coming, okay? So that baby was just minding his own business, just as his family was, and the house was shot up by the monster, Kendrick Miles. I don't understand. So I do know this, though. Satan is very busy. Say what you want. Satan is very busy, okay? So I don't know, but I just want to close out with anybody have any information that can help out in this investigation. Please get the mentality of snitches get stitches out of your head, and the closed lip thing. Get all that out of your head, out of your mind, and you can report things anonymous. I've said that once before on my podcast. I have South Haven Police Department like in my phone, and they know me. So report things when you see things, because you could be saving a life. You could be saving a life. And I'm just thinking and I know with this whole situation, they didn't see this coming. They didn't see this coming at all. But if you know someone in your family has mental issues or something, just be mindful of those things. I don't know everything, so as the story unfolds, we'll get more into it. But just be mindful of things, and if you know something it's about to go off or whatever, because I don't know what connections he has with this 2-year-old child family, but there's obviously some connections there, okay? He just didn't go shoot up any house. So obviously it's some connections there. But we have to really, really look into this mental health thing, okay? And I don't know. I'm not going to sit up here and say Mr. Miles has mental issues. That's not what I'm going to say. But if you know something about somebody, because I don't know what Mr. Miles is going to do. I really don't. But whatever it is, it resulted in a 9-year-old being kidnapped, a man being shot. Thank God he has non-life-threatening injuries, but it resulted in a 2-year-old, an innocent 2-year-old, losing his life. Somebody had to know something about Mr. Miles here. Something is not right. I mean, you can just look at the picture and tell something is off. Okay, something is off about this man. I'm not going to sit here and say it's mental issues. It could be something else. Okay, he could be a sinister as far as a psychopath. Okay, he could be a psychopath. The evidence could have been there as a psychopath or sociopath. But whatever it is, if you see these things, you know something about to go off rail, report things. And anybody know any information that happened that night, the police is asking for you to come forward, okay? They're asking you to come forward. But they do have the suspect in custody, and that is a good thing. I'm so glad he's in custody. So, like I said, I'm going to keep Azariah family lifted up in prayer and everybody in that community. Okay. So you have just been Charge Your Time in the news. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, click the bell, hit like, and share.